And then we move on to the quarterfinals. Wait, I'm actually kind of curious now. From the teams that I picked up, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 teams from Portugal. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams from Europe. I got 3 teams from South America, and I got 1 team from North America. You know, it's funny. I actually thought there would be an African team in my bracket. I guess not. France versus Holland. I've always said that Holland always shock in the World Cup. They did it in South Africa. Back in Brazil, they made it all the way to 3rd place. They destroyed Spain after losing to them in the final. And now this is your biggest challenge yet. Under Ronald Koeman. Can Ronald Koeman really, does he have enough quality of players, and does he have the intelligence to beat France? No, absolutely not. Even though the champ is mourning, the players are going to play for him. I don't feel like his head is in the right place, of course, and it should, and I can't blame him, you know. He's going through a lot. I wouldn't even want to imagine that. But the players, they're going to live to see another day. But I don't think Ronald Koeman is going to have the brains enough to beat France. Portugal against USA. I would laugh if the US knock out Portugal. And I could see it happening because Portugal got out by Morocco last time. No one saw it coming. I do want to see Ronaldo go all the way to the final because I would like to see an Argentina versus Portugal final. But how the US have been playing, even saying it out loud actually kind of shocks me. It really, really does. There's bound to be a moment where Portugal's going to choke. So I think. And it could be against the US. Roberto Martinez, you had great players back in Belgium, and you have great players right now, though, too. It's not that you don't. You have the quality of players to make it far in the World Cup, but you struggled against Congo. You couldn't get a goal against Colombia. But the way the U.S. play, with not even the players they don't even have the players like Portugal have. Like now, it's U.S. time. I'm sorry to any Ronaldo fans out there. I'm sorry to all the Portuguese out there. Your time is going to be cut out short. The USA is going to win the World Cup. I said World Cup. No, I didn't mean that. The USA are going to go through, and they're going to go to their first semifinal game in the longest time ever. Brazil versus England. Well done. Brazil always choke it. They did it in South Africa. They didn't choke in the quarterfinals in Brazil. But they had their worst World Cup campaign ever. You choked it in the quarterfinals against Belgium and Russia, and then Croatia in Qatar. How can you not but think they'll choke it again? Both of these teams always choke. It's never coming home. And Brazil will never get their 6th star. Ancelotti, thankfully, having Vini on his side, Vini always does amazing under Ancelotti. That could play a very crucial role in the game against England. But for this time around, I think with Brazil versus England, I'm gonna have to go with, especially how England have been playing. Brazil always disappoint, and they don't have the talent that they used to. They lost Rafinha. I don't think it's coming home. I'm thinking right now. Give me a minute. The talent. I think England are better with when it comes to talented players. They have more talented players. Playing as a team, I'm gonna go with Brazil. Neymar's hope still stays alive. Do I regret that? Look, I can see this game going either or, but I'm going with Brazil. There we go. Simple as that. Argentina versus Colombia. I got Argentina. That's it. I'm going to keep it nice and simple because I'm trying to move on. Now we got our final 4. France, USA, Argentina, Brazil. I can't believe I put the US and make it this far into the tournament. I didn't think so. I really didn't think. But I think the US made it further than they can expect. You made it farther than I thought. Well, obviously not what I thought about before the World Cup, but ever since I've seen you since the start of the World Cup, you have surprised me, and I think you could make it this far. I believe in the US. Now we got a very interesting game. Brazil versus Argentina. It's the prince that never became king versus the king. 2 old friends meet at the biggest stage they can possibly meet. Argentina, you're going to the final. Argentina have some aura. They really, really do. And Brazil won't be able to handle that aura. I didn't think you would make it this far too, to be honest. There are 2 teams I saw that could make it this far, and there are 2 other teams I didn't see making it this far. Brazil and USA. I'm actually surprised myself. We move on to 3rd place, step by step. Brazil versus the US. Even though Neymar couldn't get his chances at the World Cup, he could still take something home with him, and he's gonna take home 3rd place. It's not gold or silver, but you have bronze. Our last game of the World Cup, the final that will take place in MetLife, that I would love to go to if somehow I could win the lottery or parlays. France versus Argentina. We have Mbappe versus Messi, Scaloni against the champ. I don't know if we're gonna get a crazy final like we did in Qatar, because that was a crazy final. Mbappe wants his 2nd World Cup. Messi wants to win another World Cup. Both of them are actually competing for a 2nd World Cup. There's not a joke that we call him the GOAT. And Mbappe could become the GOAT later on. France has a lot of talent. France has a squad full of talent. Mbappe will never be better than Messi. He can break his records, yeah, but he'll never be better than Messi. Because of Messi, we started watching and we started liking the sport. He's gonna leave off with a bang. Argentina's gonna get their 4th World Cup. They can win 2 World Cups back to back. And that hasn't been seen in like over 50 years. And France, they could win another World Cup. They have the talent, they have the squad to. They have so many great players. And this is a very even game. But just playing for Messi is enough for Argentina to be motivated and to win another World Cup. And Scaloni, after this, Scaloni, Dibu, and Messi, you should all retire. Because winning back-to-back World Cups doesn't get better than that.